All right. All right. We're live. Everybody, welcome back to Knuckles and Family Friend podcast, but it's featuring the NANI podcast. So, like I said, Knuckles Family Friend support staff. But like I said, anytime we talk about anime, the title is called NANI podcast. So, once again, shout out to Aubrey for helping me come up with that idea. So, as always, we always just discuss everything that goes in the anime world. But like I said, here at the Knuckles Family Friend podcast, we talk about everything here. But so today, right now, it's particularly about anime because recently, this past weekend, we're still in this weekend actually, but recently the Jujutsu Kaisen movie came out on Friday. So of course this was a no brainer for us to discuss. As here with my buddy, my cousin Ralph, who's been on playing with. Is he honestly? He's been on every Nani podcast episode
Yeah.
so far. So he's definitely my permanent co-host. But he's also been there with me and other game discussions. Been there with me playing video games. I mean, yeah, I just you can watch the recent Elder Ring video, but
Yeah.
we didn't find out, we
Muted.
did an audit until like towards the end. So that was my fault. I really thought, the audit was on. Which matter of you looking black as hell, like and then where there's no lighting.
Terrible lighting.
Dark as hell, like
My
a
room.
dark like a super dark skin dude right there right now.
Can't see my neck.
You can't see your neck. No, man, when you smile is when the light comes on right there. You were really blending in the background right there. It's a white room too. It's not like it's a black, it was a white ass room too.
It's a
and
bright room. It's just
yeah.
I'm in the deeper corner. I have like a window open. So it's like natural lighting.
Okay.
No,
that's really funny. So I guess before we get into the discussion with Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, first of all, buying suits are so damn expensive, man. Like, I can't stand it.
Why are what expensive?
Buying suits. Shit's expensive.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to a wedding this coming weekend and I have to buy like the jacket, but I'm like, yo, this shit's too expensive. I'm gonna wait until payday and then buy. Then again, I don't even like most of the jackets they had there. I think the jacket I have is better. Quite honestly, I might just use the same jacket but have different shirts and whatnot and different pants.
Yeah, I would do that. I typically tend to buy them and then return them. Just because.
Seriously, it's like what? It's like what's the next thing you gonna wear?
Yeah, exactly. It's so rare that I ever.
It's very rare, bro. I'm just like, man, why the fuck am I wearing this shit?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't know why it's so damn expensive. Like I get they want to look nice and all, but in my honest opinion, it should not look. It should not be that expensive. We don't wear it on an everyday basis.
Yeah, I mean they're upwards of $300 for an occasion. I mean, I get it's like a staple item, but just not a staple I want. It's gonna collect dust in the closet, and then you pull it out once a year. I'm good.
Facts. Now when you went to the theaters, right? Now I want to say this: when I saw Demon Slayer, Mugen Train. You already know I told you a bunch of little kids.
Yeah.
When I saw My Hero Academia movie, kids.
Yeah.
This time, it was teenagers, and so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, same.
Not so bad, but they still are my children. Like all these kids are in the theater, and I'm like, all y'all my children right now because I'm the 30-year-old man. I'm probably the oldest nigga in the room right there.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, I got my catalog is right. It's like this.
Yeah.
Like all y'all are my children right now in this theater. All y'all my sons, all y'all my daughters, all y'all my children right now. So y'all looking up. Y'all looking up at me. They're looking at this catalog that I have right here. But y'all means I'm happy y'all watching it. But don't get twisted. I'm happy y'all are watching this shit, but like all y'all my children.
Yeah.
All y'all my children. You know the sweat and tears I went through with this shit. Which honestly to me, here's the thing. Here's what I think about sometimes. Granted, we didn't have social media back when we were growing up.
No, not really.
So we wouldn't know who's watching who. But do you think a lot of kids our age were watching anime? Because like I said, we didn't have social media or anything like that. We didn't
nowadays,
like back in our days, like when we were growing up. You think a lot of people were watching anime? Like
the people that I did know that watched it, it was like a one-off. Like you saw a picture or something. Mm-hmm. And you like both recognized it and you gave each other that look like, hey, you watched that too?
I like that. Yeah. You looking at them like
Like I remember when I was super young, my friend Shockley, It was the first person I ever met that watched anime besides me, and he would come to my after school program like twice a week, and we would talk about Yu Yu Hakusho because we both watched it as an adult, and we would like geek out for like hours until our parents came to get us. But that was like, yeah, like there's really no other way to know. Like,
There, how did we know that we watched? How did we when we went to your house like over 10 years ago? How did we know we both watched Naruto? Like I can't remember. Some I don't
I don't
know.
remember. I know we played games together and stuff. It
Yeah,
might have just been like a natural conversation from
yeah.
there.
Mm. No,
That's
you
normally
you
tends to be.
no, you definitely informed me how Sasuke turned bad.
Yeah,
Then Super Dan, like you informed me on that. Where
yeah,
I was like, wait, what? Really?
yeah.
Oh
I was
shit.
reading at that time. They just did the time skip.
Because I think at the time that same year is when okay, I don't have to be waiting every week to watch an episode of anime. I can just at a time you can just go on YouTube and
Hmm.
watch every episode.
Parts. That's what I did too.
Yeah, seriously, with Bleach and everything, I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
watched.
God
Oh my
dang, I don't.
god, like
Why should I
50
wait?
hours of Bleach on YouTube
Shit. But
before they did the copyright shits.
yeah, now, Grant, I'm still mad at myself for watching all those Naruto episodes after the Sasuke Retriever arc. I don't know
Yeah,
why I did that because I was like, I love Naruto so much, but I'm looking back, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
yeah.
That's still to this day, I'm like, why? Like
It's
that's
just
ultimate fillers. Like I, do you know why they did that? Like why didn't they just go on the Grant? Like why you could just go on, take a break, just go on to Superman? Like what was the whole point of
they just wanted to give a giant um like spacing between when Kishimoto was writing and stuff like that. So they just wanted to stretch it out. I don't think he really planned on doing the second one
that?
immediately. So I think
He's
it took a little bit of time. It might have been like a slight hiatus or
He was probably like, why am I doing this right now? Like,
something.
like why the fuck am I doing this right now?
Yeah,
What have I done? But yeah, man,
yeah,
it just wasn't worth it. I don't know why the fuck I did that, but you know what? It is what it is. It's in the past right now, so we learn from it. So now that we spent 7 minutes on that shit, now we get to like the main course of this podcast today. So like I said we were going to talk about the Jujutsu Kaisen movie that came out on Friday, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, which is the prequel of the before the popular anime Jujutsu Kaisen that's on right now. And I'm a little bit surprised. First of all, I'm actually when did Jujutsu Kaisen first appear, well, anime wise, not the manga, because I feel as though I just finished watching Jujutsu Kaisen like not too long ago. I feel well, no, probably back in the summer, but I feel as though I just finished watching it. And next night we have the movie right there, so it's like they're going pretty fast. I would say. I mean, I could be wrong, but like, I feel as though like they're pretty fast with their shit. Like,
Now I'm surprised that I guess it makes sense to do the prequel
well,
because
well,
it
first of all,
doesn't fit into the story standalone wise.
well, for me, I'll say this: I'm never a fan of oh, the second movie, but it's a prequel. I've never been a fan of the whole prequels or later. Then
Yeah.
it's like I've never been a fan of that. I never like that. But for this thing, I'm not mad at that. I didn't mind. I don't mind that. So like
Mm,
I'm not too bad about it. Now. I know I'm jumping ahead. I know you read the manga.
mm,
So does the main character in this movie, Utah, does
yeah.
he come back? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So it's not like this movie. It's not like part of the main story because you see, I know not every anime movie, but a bunch of anime movies how they're not part of the storyline. They're just
this
they're
movie
hidden.
is completely canon.
Yes,
Super
yeah,
canon.
I had a
Yeah.
feeling that the fact
Yeah.
that it took place before the
Exactly.
original, it definitely means it's canon, and
So
I like that. I really do enjoy
t- here's an
movies that are
awesome
canon.
thing as someone who's completely caught up watching this movie, like seeing the characters' aspirations and then like knowing what happens in the future, like that's why I love this author so much because he reminds me of Togashi, the guy that did Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho. It's just like he's so thorough in all of his and like everything in his storytelling. He's super thorough
Oh
with.
no, out of like the new school animes, like I think Jujutsu Kaisen is my number
This is
one.
to me by far number one.
I mean, well, Grant, I mean, in a way, My Hero Academia's been out for quite some time, so like it's it's new but not really new at this point.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, that's relatively new. But I guess for me, anime that says demons, like dark shit like this,
Mm,
that's my forte right there. Like I said,
same.
that is my forte.
Like
And
it
the
like
problem is, I love Demon Slayer. I love demons, but it's a little it has adult things, but it's still in a way towards children. Whereas
yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen, the shit's first of all, the story. I mean, Yuta falls in love with this girl Rika. She dies, and her cursed spirit is like haunting the guy. Like the story of the movie. It's
yeah,
like, yo, she's
exactly.
protected. She's like hands off my bitch.
Yeah,
That's my bitch right there. Hands off my bitch.
yeah,
You don't touch my bitch. Like this shit is scary.
yeah. She's really tricky, but
Yeah,
that's what makes it so cool. And
yeah.
he like genuinely loves her.
Yes. Which, by the way, people, there will be spoilers. So if you've not seen the movie, turn away from this right now.
Yeah,
It's not playing every theater, but try to find a theater around you that's
it
playing
was.
it.
It was honestly, I was surprised. It was in every theater near me in like a
That's good.
20-50 mile radius.
Was
Yeah.
it were you an AMC rig or outside of that
There's a
movie?
place called Cinnabar, like 5 minutes up the street from me. And we went to that one. They usually have every movie, but even the ones like the big Regal had it, and like IMAX and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I watched it at AMC, so they had the lean back chairs and
yeah,
whatnot.
the
So
nice
I,
chair.
I was very happy with that. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna front. So like I said, you've read the manga,
Mhm.
and so you're ahead on things.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've been watching anime right there, but I did really enjoy this. Like I said, I know we're jumping ahead of things right now, but I really did enjoy this movie. For me, like I said, I thought Yuta was a very interesting character. Um, Now you kind of already know about Togi, Maki, Pan, and the crew, but like I feel as though you've seen the. I gotta say this, you've seen them more in action in this one. I feel as though like you look like you know you kind of already know about the story. Well, okay, you already know about the story, but have how they were portrayed in this film and the chemistry they worked with Utah, I really did appreciate that. Especially, the first mission with Utah and Maki. I really did like that first mission that they went on. Because well, okay, so let's go from the beginning right there. So yes, Utah has a cursed spirit. And, Gojo and his guys, they want to kill him. But Gojo's like, okay, but he can help us right there. I mean, it's not like the spirit is like killing everything. It only kills when Utah is in danger.
Mhm.
So, which by the way, when they went and when he stepped into that room, man, you just felt the presence right there. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, what the fuck is going on right now? Like they were on guard right there. Like
Yeah.
the shit was lit. The shit was freaking lit right
Yeah. It
there.
was
I'm not
dope.
gonna front. Yeah. But we saw how powerful this guy was. Like, what level was this guy at again? The spirit, like I know that
Special grade.
special, but
This is the
yeah, like
highest tier.
the highest tier.
Yeah.
That have a cursor like that, and you still want to help. You still want to have this guy help you guys out. I mean, Gojo saw something in this kid. Like, I mean, and as always, people want to call him the Kakashi of the show.
He definitely looked like looking at him. I'm like big Kakashi vibes, but way cooler than Kakashi by a
He's
mile.
more laid back than Kakashi.
But Kakashi is also incredibly laid back.
He is too, but like
But
this
he's
has
like
a more
funny with it.
yeah, but Gojo's more like very. He's just more. How can I say? Like, they got the same type of personality in a way, but
Mm,
Gojo's just more energetic. Like first of all, you can see him because he's not wearing a mask. You
yeah.
see see the facial expressions better
Yeah,
than what
exactly.
Kakashi
That's
does.
what it is. It's
It's the
without
facial
the stupid
expression.
mask on. Yeah,
Yeah.
it drives me
And
crazy.
he's got, I'm not gonna front, no homo, he got some pretty eyes. He got some pretty eyes. Like, no, I hate saying that shit too. But no homo, pause. He got some pretty eyes. I mean, he does. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna front, he does. But back to the thing. But so pretty much, they're trying to, help you to control this current spirit within him. So, what are your takes on Yuta? Do you like his approach? I guess we'd say like I guess we'll start with like what are your thoughts on Yuta? You thought he was portrayed well, a very introduction to him, like,
I
and I guess
thought.
maybe towards the end we see the potential we see it with this guy.
Yeah. So for me, so actually in the story itself, Yuta is probably my preferred main character, just because I think there's so many there's so many more aspects they can go like with him. He's just a more leveled character. Like he's more fleshed out to me than
He
Yuji is.
to me, Yuta can be a little bit more relatable to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And honestly, when you have the relation with them with any anime character, that says a lot.
Yeah. But
Um,
fun fact, this story, this Zero story, was actually the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen, but he went back and changed it and made it
really.
Yuji and Megumi and all that. And after watching this movie, I found myself kind of wishing, like, damn man, I wish we got Yuta. Like, he's that dope.
Wait. So explain that. So wait. So you're supposed to be. They're supposed to start off with
It was
this.
supposed to start off with him, yeah, but I think he went back and kind of changed his mind and went with
Really?
Yuji as the main character. But I will say Yuta is a main character, and they foreshadow him a lot, and I think they might have mentioned him in the first season, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the
I would have to go back into that.
very briefly. But I mean, he's basically, I mean, as you can tell from the movie, he's well, I guess not really, but he's really, really strong. So
He is, and it's no respect to Yuji, but it's like he just. And had he not, eat that cursed finger, also never would have happened. But for Utah, it's more personal. Now I know we're jumping ahead, but he placed the curse on
okay,
Rika, which is a nice surprise. Well, he even said in the beginning, it's like I placed it, but Gojo's like, interesting tape, but we'll see what happens with that. So it's
yeah,
like with Utah, it's more of a personal connection he has with that spirit. Now I
mm,
get Yuji, the curse is within him when whatnot, they're fighting for control. But with this, it's like you want people to stay away from you. Like you don't want to be around anybody. It's like, yo, this curse will not leave me alone.
mm,
So it's okay. Okay, interesting take. Question: who do you think has okay? I know we don't have to at the end of the movie, but like, who's in the worst situation? Yuji or Yuta? If I mean, I guess end of default Yuji probably.
well, as far as like without spoiling too much, Yuji is definitely pretty fucked. And I think that you won't really know that until they do, depending on I guess they won't even be able to do it next season. See, this frustrates me that they're taking a year because the story's moving pretty fast. But I don't know, unless they plan on doing another 24 episodes. But they can't really wrap in the arc in 12 episodes. But anyway, Yuji's pretty bad off, I will say.
Yeah, bad
Running
off.
in you is like not a good thing. And the cool thing about the series is that like I've always said, there's real repercussions in this series. Like Sukuna is not a good dude. There is no winning him over. Like he
What,
is evil incarnate.
which guy?
So
Which guy you talking about?
Sukuna, the one that's in Yuji.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I think his situations a little worse.
Yeah, I think that was a bad situation. But I'm just trying to compare both cursed spirits or whatever like that.
Yeah,
But no, um, I did like the transformation from what how. Now, granted, I know it's a movie. You kind of gotta wrap things up, but like I kind of like what we saw from Utah to like what we saw from him in the end. A very like good transformation because to start off from scared, depressed to like being more confident in himself. Like I always like the character development in which he
yeah,
had, in which now, honestly to me, I thought the homeboy was kind of dying.
yeah,
Like I thought it was gonna die because I'm like, yo, okay, he's not in the original series, but they gotta do something to lift his legacy. But no, guy's still alive, so I'm really happy about that. But like I said, once again, we're jumping all over the place right now. So let's go from the beginning. So we're not gonna go from every scene, obviously, but
yeah.
like I said, we did like Utah in this. One thing that I like, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel as though we learned more about Gito in this movie from what we learned from the anime. Is that really true? Like his beginning and stuff like that. like did the anime show before the movie? Did the anime tell us more about Gito or not really?
About who? Sorry.
Gito, the antagonist in this film.
Oh, um, so no, they haven't really gone into it. So the next
Yeah,
arc will explain everything about Gojo and Geto. That's what I call
yeah,
them.
Gito. No, but like no, like I said, so I'm not doing because I'm thinking to myself, yo, I watched him, but we didn't really know too much about this guy. I always knows, he has a bad vibe, bad dude. But in this movie, we learn a little bit more about him because he was a jujutsu sorcerer, but then he plays that shit on people, and
Yeah.
we understood that him and Gojo were friends.
hmm They were best friends,
Best
absolute
friends,
best friends.
yes, and
It's
and I
kind of
and I
like
like that.
Yuki and Megumi, except they were like way chummier and like actual partners. Like they were
Yes,
boys.
yes.
Especially when you see at the end, like my best friend gave me your ID card back. Like I didn't realize like how much it actually hurts Gojo to have to like do that. But yeah, I just he. You mean as far as like his motivations and stuff, or
Motivations, bio, and stuff like that. I
okay?
don't think
So motive. They don't really explain it, but they do explain it, and it's very simple. And even up to where I am now, it has not changed, and which is like it blew my mind because like it's been a long time since I read Zero, so I almost forgot like what happened.
we.
But it was really cool because Geto is very driven, and it's not like it's like Yuta said like I don't know if you're right or wrong really when he was explaining to him, but he's like just don't hurt the people with he basically wants to create a world with only sorcerers. He
Yes.
thinks people are just that's why I thought it was the funniest parts of the movie to me was when he was calling people monkeys. He's like
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm over here. So it's like, so what you trying to say? What you trying to say?
like spraying the cologne. She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Get that monkey smell off."
Monkey smell.
That shit was
Okay.
so, that shit was
Okay.
hilarious.
All right. What you trying to say? But yet, like, in a way, yes, would the world be better off with Jujutsu sorcerers? Yes and no. But like I said, you like a bit where it's like, okay, I see where you are coming from,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, eradicating the human race to make that happen. Yeah,
like,
not really what we want.
yeah, bro, like
but
you're kind of going overboard.
yeah, he just wants Japan to be like top. He wants it to be only sorcerers. Like, forget a military. You know what I mean? Like, no nukes. We just got like straight up sorcerers, and then that's why he doesn't like kill other sorcerers and all stuff like that. Or I mean, like, I guess he kind of does, but
I mean, they kills when they're
not
trying to stop him.
directly and stuff. Yeah, but
Kills trying to stop him. But yeah, like I said, the one thing about the anime, which I'm not saying the anime's bad, like I said, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, I don't really know about this dude. Now, I'm not saying I know a lot more, but now I know I'm okay. He was this, he was doing that. like I said, we know his plan more. We know more about his plan, and he wants Yuta's curse spirit. He wants
Yeah.
that
And
because
honestly, if he got it, that would be so bad.
I thought he was gonna get it in this
Yeah.
game.
When he pulled out, what was he talking about? He was like, "This is one of the 16 special grades," and then he made that Maelstrom thing, and he's like Uzumaki. I'm like, wait
Yeah,
a minute, he wins, right? I'm like trying to
yeah.
remember. I'm like, oh shit,
hmm
you about to get fucked up.
hmm
But
Now, now I'm jumping around again. But do you think that Maki, Toge, and Panda they kind of had like a good. Well, what's your thought on them? Because clearly they weren't really the main characters, but they were still part, of the original team with Yuta. How do you think, how do you think those guys were portrayed in this movie?
I think it just made them look. They just seemed more like human. Uh, as far, or they just seem more of like fleshed out characters because we got to spend so much more time with them.
Mm,
Especially Maki becomes like one of my favorite characters. I've always rooted for her
yeah, same.
because of her situation, and like later on in the story, man, does she gets everything she wants, but she just has such a hard life.
Well, we're family. No, well, no. Explain to us. You can't use curse techniques, correct?
She can utilize curse tools, but
So
she
tools,
can't
but you
use
can't.
curse techniques.
Yeah.
So what it's
What's
and they
going on?
go
What's going
through
on,
this in the
Creed?
first season. Um, they it's called a heavenly curse, and um, it's basically you get like you are superhuman basically, but you don't have cursed energy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a heavenly curse is what it's called. So you're really strong and nimble and agile, and you can use cursed tools, but you can't generate your own cursed energy.
Honestly, she reminds me. I know you're not gonna like this comparison, but it always has to remind me of an Asta because he can't use magic, but he can use that magic. So he can use that sword to eliminate magic.
To me, that's still magic. Anti magic is a type of magic. So, although I am enjoying Black Clover right now, actually,
Whoa! Whoa!
I'm reading it and I'm enjoying it.
Whoa!
I'm enjoying it.
Whoa!
NANI?
I never thought I'd hear today.
I
Wow.
mean, it's your typical shonen shit, but it's. I like Yami a lot, so I'll give
We
Yami.
won't go too we won't go too much in detail, but I'm
Yeah,
just surprised to hear that. But
that's it.
no, always like Maki. Here's the thing about Maki. What I like, it's not. And here's and I don't know how girl women are gonna feel about this way, but like she's a pretty character, but she doesn't have to be shown a whole lot. I'm not saying
Yeah,
every girl has to be this way, but like she's fully clothed, but she's still pretty, but she's still a badass too.
yeah,
And she doesn't have to be, showing all this titty, all this skin
yeah.
to fight. She's no, I'm still look pretty, but I can still have my full clothes on right there. So
Hmm.
I respect that a lot, honestly.
Yeah, there's not many characters in this
There's
series
not
that
many.
are
There's not
over
many. There's not
sexualized.
many waifus.
Yeah,
There's not many. What? I hate that fucking word,
yeah, I
bro.
know.
I,
So
I,
do
I,
I.
I hate that word.
But no, he doesn't really sex. That's another thing. It's like I keep making this comparison to Tagashi, but like in Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho, there's no real characters that are like super over sexualized that take away from
Yo,
the.
and here's funny. My homie Aubrey, I'm sorry to mention you this, but I asked her, I told her, you need to watch Hunter x Hunter. That anime is dope. And she says, does it have waifus in it? I'm just like,
She could be Biscuit Kruger.
seriously. But she also said that Husika freaked her out, which I'm like, okay, there's only one
Wait,
part
which
where
freaked her out?
Husika,
Oh, Hisoka. Oh my god.
what honestly, there's only one part where he's like all like freak like going over. This is the beginning. It's the beginning of the season. Other than that, though, he was calm and collective.
Uh, he does
I'm
some
not
pretty funky shit.
Well, no, I'm not saying like okay, so like after, so after the intro part, what other after shit that he did?
During the tournament, he's been real sketchy. And he's being all weird
But
and
like,
fighting Gon. He's getting all pretty
oh
sure he popped the
no, not
helmet.
no that part. I'm thinking like he gets freaked out when he turns all psycho, like killer
Oh,
maniac shit. That
oh,
was the mad part.
okay.
She was freaked out by. I'm like, he's only shown that really once.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah,
That's
that's
normal.
honestly, and he's a kind of cool ass character. I'm
Yeah,
not
he's
gonna
a
front.
really dope character.
Yeah,
And if they ever get around to animating, there's like I would say at least 2 more seasons worth of content that they could animate. At least maybe 3.
clearly.
Given the last arc, they could make a full season. Granted, it'd be people talking in a room, but it'd be very interesting. It's very tactical.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
but yeah, I don't know.
Okay. But back to our topic of the story with the characters. Now, listen, um, I feel as though with Toge, correct me if I'm wrong, like I don't know, I feel as though he hasn't really had a one. I can't. I have to rewatch the anime, but like I feel as though you kind of see a relation with him and Yuta a little bit too. Like I feel as though like these three guys had a better relation with Yuta compared to Yuji and the crew.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah,
Like
yeah. I agree.
I understand that they're trading them, but like no, I said this was like the first time they had a team of four or whatever like that. So
Mhm.
it just seems like they had a connection, especially when you so like I said there's mention with Utah and Riku. That was the first one where Utah just but everyone was gonna die unless Utah did something. He called out Rika, and Rika was just fucking that cursed spirit up. Like
God,
that shit. That was like she sunned him. She
yeah.
sunned that
I
spirit.
mean, she was just like the.
Mhm.
I'm like so badass.
Yeah. And then we saw with Toge and Utah with that one. That was that was a strong experience because uh Geto was punching in the background.
Mm.
But how they work together right there, I really like that. Like they really work together. And remember, Utah, it's not like Utah is like getting this shit in a week. Like it's this shit's going on in a day or so. Like he's like fastly learning this shit right now.
Well,
Like
that's one thing I was thinking. Like, if you didn't read it, you would kind of get confused on. But this did take the course of. This was over months, and
oh,
I
this was
think
okay.
it was over time. Like, I know it seemed like it was like, okay, one day I'm scared, and a week
Okay.
later I'm like,
Okay.
shocked.
Okay. Then that's better now because like I'm like you can't really improve all that in
Yeah,
like a
in a
day or
week.
so.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it didn't. It wasn't like that.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's hard to show that.
Mhm.
I mean, they could have, but I don't know.
Mhm.
I guess there was one part where Panda's like, Yuta's growing nicely now, or
Mhm.
he's getting better lately. It's kind of like
Panda,
one
panda.
freaking Panda. Panda's low-key a beast too. I don't know why he was being weird with Maki, talking about her tits or something.
I
Was
was
he?
wondering about that because normally that
Oh,
other guy would talk about that. What was his name?
uh,
Yuji's like
the
rival or whatever, his brother.
uh, it's he was in it for a little bit.
Yeah. I like that they I like that they showed
Yeah, because
the
they are
girl.
second years.
Yeah, they are saying
Yeah,
years.
Toto, that's his name.
Yeah, I'm glad they showed them. I'm glad they.
Yeah.
I figured they would.
And he had one of the funniest lines in the movies too. He's like, "Yo, this interview with my idol's coming on, bro." He's like, "We
I
need to
got.
get this. We gotta wrap this
We
shit
got.
up.
We can wrap this shit up. We gotta go.
We
We
gotta
gotta go,
go."
motherfuckers. We gotta go. We
Yeah.
gotta hurry up and go on this shit. Like, nah.
And he's fighting like the largest cursed spirit, like out of everyone by himself, which is super badass.
Speaking of fighting, what do you think about the fighting in this?
I mean, that's what I say, man. Studio Mappa is the goat. It's just Mappa's the goat. There's no studio besides maybe Studio Wit that did the early seasons of Attack on Titan, and then they did Vinland Saga and stuff like that. But I don't know any other studios. Maybe Toei. that does One Piece that can really show off fight choreography and animation smoothness. Like
They
they
were throwing
make you
hands.
realize why live action is so bad because you can never recreate what they did for that. Like, and they're like,
So,
okay, we're gonna push this season back, or we're gonna give you an hour and a half of some fucking heat. Like, I could easily rewatch that movie again today and
oh,
be
I could.
just as
I definitely
excited,
could too.
just as
Like
excited.
they
Bro.
were throwing hands. Like
Yeah.
Gojo and that one, they were
Yes. When
throwing
he did that
hands right
40 hit combo, me and my boy were like, oh, like,
yeah, I was just
yeah.
like they throwing hands, bro. Like they ain't fucking
And
around.
then he was hiding behind the conspiracy. He's like, yo, I got 10 more minutes, bro. He's like, get
Like
us at 10 more minutes. All right.
exactly.
I could do
And
it.
even the fight between Panda, Maki, Toge, and Yuta, even though those three couldn't really do much, even the
Mhm.
fights between him and Geto were pretty good.
Oh, yeah. The fight with Panda and Geto was, that just made Panda so much cooler. I'm like, look at Panda really out.
Yeah.
Like, when he caught him off guard with that hit, that
Yes.
shit, I was like, yo, go Panda. All right, there we
Yeah,
go.
Panda,
That shit was
Panda.
dope.
I can't.
I know. I'm like stuck in my head.
Panda, Panda. I can't say panda with just one word. I gotta
I
say
know.
panda,
I'm, I'm,
panda.
what is
But
happening?
no, it just in Utah when he was going on full race when get ready to fight Geto. He was like, I forgot what he said, but I just want to kill you or some shit like
That
that.
was like, sorry to say again, but that was like gone and Neferpitu. I mean, he like something clicked in him, bro. He
Yes.
lost it, and I thought, and then he like was like, "Give me everything, I don't care." That literally was like gone in Neferpitu. He's like, "I'm gonna die. I don't give a shit, but I'm
Yes.
killing you," and that was like
Exactly.
so badass.
It's like
So,
Rico, let's go.
yeah,
So we're gonna kill him. Yes, we're gonna
yeah,
kill this dude.
yeah. We're gonna
We're gonna
kill
kill this. I'm just like, oh shit.
him. Yeah,
He's not fucking around. He goes from the
no,
scared kid to like,
yeah.
I'm gonna
And put my
fucking
life
kill
on the
you right.
line.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna laugh and I'm gonna kill you right now.
Yeah,
I
he's like,
don't
you
give
gotta
no
die.
fucks. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down right now. Like
Yeah,
he was, remember, Gojo gave him the sword too.
yeah.
Gojo gave him the sword.
Hmm.
So and he looks badass with the sword. Like the sword definitely fits to
I
the style.
love that he has a weapon. I wish Yuji at least had like some special gloves or something.
Now, Grant, I'm more of a hands to hands type of guy, but like it just fits. It just fits Yuta though.
But I will say for Yuta is not inclined to use one particular weapon. It's not quite a spoiler, but he is not inclined to only use a sword. Um, Another thing, power wise, weapon wise, they briefly touch on it, but he uses reversed cursed energy, which is
I haven't.
incredibly rare. Remember when Rika picks everyone up and he kind of heals them?
When what? Oh yeah. I forgot
Yeah,
Ricky
he
was healing. That's
heals them.
right.
Yeah. So he goes over and it just seemed like he like knew how to do that, but and then when he used Inamaki's voice thing, it doesn't actually explain it in the movie, which I was kind of confused why they didn't. But Yuta's power is actually to copy things, which
Hmm.
is incredibly OP. Yeah.
Copy things. So like
Yes,
anything his opponent does, he can
he
copy
can
it.
copy curse techniques. Yeah, which is pretty insane. So it makes him
It's OP.
basically on like Gojo's level in a way. But
Yeah.
why they didn't explain that, it kind of pissed me off because my buddy I was watching with, he's like, wait a minute, how was he? Because when he used the megaphone, he was like, dude, that was so dope. But how did he?
Oh yeah. Remind me of that.
Yeah,
Yeah. When he
because he's
used
just
that.
like, stop. And then everyone's like, and
Yeah. Oh, I
then,
forgot about
yeah,
that.
yeah. So his ability is to, and he's really, that's when he's like, and his fingers are like curling up, and he's like, whoa, Inumaki is really strong to be able to handle this. Um, but yeah, back to your point where you were talking about them having a good bond. They really like, I would say on that squad, that's his like closest friend.
Oh yeah. But remember, he
Yeah.
didn't have any friends growing up because that spirit what's around them all the time.
Yeah. And later on, it'll explain more about that. There's a big reason for them being good friends and stuff like that. So, or at least
So,
like it shows how much he cares about him in a way.
all right. So explain to me. So explain to me this.
Okay.
When he used all that power to defeat Ghetto. So, Graham, we still see him alive. So Gojo left Ghetto alive.
So that was another thing because John was like, "That dude's clearly alive." Or sorry, my friend John. He's like, "That dude's clearly alive," and I was thinking, um, I don't quite remember. Okay, I know it'd be a spoiler, basically.
It
So
may
there's a reason they left it out. I mean, there's not a
okay.
reason they left it out, but I can explain it.
Yeah, okay.
But
Don't spoil
yeah,
it for me
it
about
would
it.
go
It's like,
into
he comes back. So like he does like did all right, yeah, don't spoil it for me because I'm just
yeah.
like, he's I was thinking like, okay, Ghetto's gonna do I thought Ghetto was gonna kill Yuta because
Mm.
like I said, we see Ghetto in the original anime series, but we don't see Yuta, which I'm sure they'll introduce him later on now that he's okay. But I was like, like what the hell happened right here? Like, but like I said, you said spoilers, so don't spoil anything for me because I'm really interested to see because I want to know more about their past.
So the way this is set up is if you want to watch it chronologically, just to wrap your head around everything, you'll watch Zero, or you'll watch the second season, which will cover Geto and Gojo's backstory. Then you watch Zero. Then you watch the first season and onward. So that'll be like
Oh,
chronological order. It'll make a lot more sense that way.
maybe I should just read the manga then at this point because you said it's gonna be another year.
Yeah, 2023. I think mid. I think it's October 2023, which is
Yeah,
insane.
I don't think I
It
can wait that
honestly
long.
pisses me off. Yeah,
I don't think I can wait that long.
and
I gotta
then
watch it now.
yeah, I just read that the guy who's been he directed the movie and directed the first season, just left Mappa.
Ooh,
So that's really not good because I don't know anyone that directs anime the way this guy is doing right now.
that's very concerning right there.
Concerning thing. And he's starting his own studio because obviously he's like, well, if I'm going to do this well for these guys, why don't I just do it on my own? Which is what a lot of these people do.
Yeah,
It sucks, but I just don't want it to turn out to be some Attack on Titan thing where we're getting like 3D models and shit. Oh, granted, Attack on Titan is still fan fucking tastic.
I figured that much.
Yeah, but let me confirm. I want to confirm
You want to
the
confirm that?
the yeah. It just says 2023. God, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I'm not. Excuse me.
No,
I'm not waiting that
winter
long.
2023.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, winter?
Yeah. God. So that's almost freaking 2 years.
Oh my god. Yeah. Nope. I'm no. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Now. Now. So we do see a little bit more of Gyuto's people. I guess we'll see them later on in anime as well. Like I said the 15-year-old girls, they were there. Great. None of his crew got killed, but like I'm sure we'll see those people back in the I don't know if you want to confirm that or not. Just confirm that those guys will be coming back.
Um. So he has like a revolving door of people, which is like this is pretty cool. He So just how Jujutsu High takes in like kids and kind of nurses them and helps them like find their power and stuff.
Yeah,
Remember when the girls were like out in the rural areas, we're not treated like you guys, and Geto
yeah.
saved us?
Mm,
That's basically what he does. Is he takes young, promising sorcerers just like the school does, but he
mm,
raises them up to be like, hey, like fuck humans, like we're way better than these people. And
mm.
the high school is like, nah, like let's help people. So
Yeah.
it's like two factions. But he really does. The cool thing about Ghetto as a villain is he truly cares for sorcerers, like their
Yes,
well
he
being,
does.
and that's to me that's like really cool. Like,
He still has like a code in a way. Like, yeah, he's an evil guy, but like, hey, respect the evil guy that has a code.
mm. And yeah, he's just like a genuine love for all things sorcerers and sorcery.
And he's funny too. He's like
Yeah,
Gojo. They're both in a way. They're funny in their own
yeah,
way.
exactly. They're
You
both
see
really,
why they were good. They were very good friends. You
yeah,
see that.
yeah. They have funny personalities for
But
sure.
I do love when you see, we used to be friends, now we're enemies, but I still have love for you though. And it hurts
Yeah.
when I have to fight you. I'm pretty sure they still love each other towards the end, but it's like, yeah, bro, we can't, we can't.
So when you see that scene where they're standing kind of like in the middle of the crowded street, and he's like, "If I had your power, what I wanted to do would be a reality. It's just a difference." Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, I do remember
Yeah.
that.
So that's basically like his motivation. Like he just didn't have the power. He just wanted, you know, what he wanted, basically, but
Mhm.
couldn't really make that happen.
Now, when Yuta made the sacrifice to defeat Geto, what can he not do now? Use curse energy like techniques now. So like did he sacrificed something. I forgot. Like he can't
So he basically broke Rika's curse.
he broke that. That I
Yeah.
remember.
Mhm. So, uh,
But I thought he broke something. I thought he couldn't do something else. That feels though like that was the source of it. Was was Rika the source of his power though?
so he like Geto's or not Geto. Like Gojo says at the end, he's like we're super distant relatives.
Yes, he did say that.
So he is a sorcerer, and
Sorcerer.
he
Okay.
used his own sorcerer power to curse Rika.
That
So
makes sense. Yeah, because like yeah,
he is a
he
strong sorcerer
which
unknowingly.
yeah, like I said, he cursed her because he didn't want to accept the reality that she was gone.
Yeah, that she was
The more
dead.
that he didn't accept it, that's where she created. Which I do like that. Like
That's so
the,
cool to me.
the
Yeah,
fact that like when somebody close to you dies, you want to be like, no, I can't.
yeah, I
Can't be honest.
can't
Can't be honest.
handle it. Yeah,
Can't handle. But it's using that against you because now that you can't handle it, it's like, hey, you got your wish, but not. But it's not like what you want. It's not what you wanted though.
but the crazy but cool thing to me is like how strong was his desire to basically create like an
That's
all powerful curse spirit. Like what kind
a
of
special
power did
breed.
this kid? He was a child when he did that too. That's like the coolest thing. It's like you were a kid creating like an ultimate being almost.
And remember, this is it's love, it's marriage. They're gonna
Yeah,
be together. It's like
yeah,
that was his ideal right there,
yeah.
and to have that taken from him, it was just he's got maybe he still has parents he doesn't have yet the control of right there. Clearly, he
Mhm.
had no control over it back then.
Yeah.
No control over it back
On a side note, I think they pretty much pushed the boundaries of a PG-13 movie,
then.
right? Would you agree?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I
this
was
is
like,
this.
this could definitely I could see this. I mean, they even mentioned like that girl getting raped in her dreams by like demons, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like they didn't pull any punches. And stuffing the kids in the locker, the first scene, I was like,
Seriously,
yo, okay, we're going
and
this route. Like,
and then when she came out the like on the grounds like saying Utah,
yeah. I was like,
Utah, I'm like,
whoa.
whoa, this is
And they
some
and then they when she
dark
gets
ass.
hit by the car, the guy's like, I'm not touching her. Her head's all
Oh,
twisted. And it's like it crushed her head. I was like, yo, what the
I'm like,
okay.
oh, they got ain't showing that, but
Yeah,
god damn, man, that was
yeah.
like
And that's a kid.
they seen all this shit.
Yeah. And I'm
Like
like,
that's gonna
whoa.
fuck you up mentally right there.
Exactly. So there you go. That explains it. That intense trauma and loss and love just created something
Mhm.
insane.
It really did. It really did. Now, there was something I wanted to say. So Now he did break Rika's a curse. It was just shout out to him. What was I gonna say? How happy do you think he was truly he was like, yeah, now I get this chick off my back right
Huh?
now. He was probably mad. He was like, oh my god, thank God this girl's it's out of my hair right now. She won't be bothering me anymore. So now I gotta talk the girls down and everything. I talk to the girls like, no, this is Utah, right? This is Utah, right?
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I love you, bye, peace. I am my own man
God, I
now."
love Martin. I didn't know you had that one saved.
Yeah, I found that one recently. It's like, "I love you." Oh, which by the way, when he said "it's love," I'm like, "Nigga, what? Like what?"
He said, "I love you," and then he kissed her. That sliming, grotesque monster. He went and like damn near tried to make out with that thing. I'm like, yo, what the hell, bro? I guess you really are about to kill yourself.
After what I
he was like, all right, man. He's like,
after what I just did, I might as well kill myself right now.
Exactly.
No one's gonna let this down. I'm like, I will.
Yeah.
In his final days of living, he kisses. He makes out with this cursed spirit.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
what a crazy concept.
Yeah. But it was cool that, like I said, it was cool that, he broke her out of her own curse. Like he broke the curse that he cast on his friend.
Yeah.
Like that was really good. I like that.
What did you think the reasoning for the curse breaking was? Like I was trying to wrap my hand around it on like a deeper level. Like, was it his full devotion to her, or like being at peace with her dying?
I think it was making peace, because when he went there, he felt happy for like the first time.
Yeah.
In his life, it's like, I've come to reality with the situation.
Yeah.
Now I'm at peace. One more time.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's die together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think that part is like, he's accepted who he is and what he has beside him right now. So I think I think to your point, I think it's the realization that now maybe they'd answer that. We had to rewatch it, but I feel as though him coming into peace with his Rika was like, okay, now we're able to break this, because now she can actually, her spirit can now truly be free right there. So,
did you watch the ending credit scene?
Yeah, I was there. I stayed. Yeah. I stayed. Like, man, ever since watching Marvel, man, I stay after
I know.
every movie. I'd be like, oh, all y'all dumb right now.
Yeah, because the majority of the theater left. It was me, my buddy, and like 2 other guys. Yeah, and we were just like texting and kind of talking about the movie. I didn't even know. We just caught it by like surprise. But that was so dope. My boy was in Africa. Like,
yo, first of all, we had a black anime character.
I know. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. My boy in Africa, he's like, tastes like beef stew, right?
Exactly.
He's like,
hey, and it's funny. It's funny how that black guy was using a whip, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's the Liberian style with the belt right there.
I know, like
with that belt.
He's like, do you know how many generations my family used to make this shit?
Yeah, my parents were with a fucking belt.
Yeah,
I see where they got it from.
He's like, you know how long this has been in my famany, bro?
Nigga, we know.
Yes, we know. We know all about that switch.
Right there.
Yeah,
switch it up right there. Yeah. So, I guess he's not with Ghetto anymore. Then, like,
so the thing with me and a lot of these people with Ghetto, I feel like the point of that was to show that Yuta was trying to, because like like I said, he went to him and he was like, listen, I don't know if you're right or wrong, but I don't want you hurting who I care about. Yes. So that scene to me was like, let me find out, because Gojo's not going to tell me everything. I need to find this out on my own. And he's strong enough to where not much could really fuck with him. So he's like, to me, he's like, hey man, like, what's, tell me your side of the story kind of thing. And
Yeah.
then the dude was probably like, "Hey, let's go to Africa, bro. Let me take you to the motherland." And
Yeah. Well, Gojo does appear with
yeah,
them.
I thought that was so funny when he's like, "Oh my god, what the hell are you doing here?"
Exactly, bro. He's following me everywhere.
Yeah, he's
He's
like,
following
after he got delivered that seasonal ass whooping earlier.
So, my bad. Go ahead.
But no, I was just saying.
So, do we see? I know. Like I said, we said we see Yuta come back, but does he come back in the next season? Like, will we see him in the next season, or we won't not see him for a while?
You will not see Yuta until 2030 if the anime keeps going at the fucking rate. That's what I'm getting so upset with when we were talking about this before in the last episode.
You
Is
said
these seasons are just.
2030.
I mean,
You said 8 years. You said 8 years.
I mean, like at this rate, if you're gonna take a
Oh,
year per season, you got Mugen Train coming out as half a season. Like these anime seasons are just like I don't know. I guess they're gonna milk them with movies, and now the next arc with Gojo should have been a movie. It's something
so
you can wrap up. It's a prequel. I think prequels are good in
yeah,
movie format. So if they do want to go the second movie route, they should have done that.
yeah. That's true. It's like you don't get excited for much of our episodes sometimes,
Yeah,
but to
exactly.
pass.
Yeah.
It's like one of those like I'm about to defeat the boss, but I learn about the boss's story before I make the
Yeah.
final blow.
Like One Piece style. Everyone's when you know someone's about to die, that you see them as a kid, you're like, oh, this nigga.
Backstory.
Yeah. Backstory.
Backstory before you die. We want to feel sorry for you before you die. Make me feel like, oh man,
Yeah.
maybe you did deserve to die.
Luffy's like, bro, you got 1 to 2 more chapters.
Yeah.
Backstory.
Backstory.
So
What else? Okay, what else did we touch base on? I feel so we kind of like talk about the important things right there. What
mhm.
are things that we miss?
um trying to see if there's any good
Said
foreshadowing.
I want you to come back like ASAP.
Man, that's what I was telling my boy John that I went to the theater with. I'm like, you see why I was telling you Youth is badass? He's like, yeah, Youth is way cooler than Egypt. I'm like, yeah, 100%. But the story would have to fundamentally change if he was the main character. But that'd be because he's too
Either
strong
way,
in the outset. But it would be
Utah.
cool to see him. Yeah, it would have been really cool to see him like master Rika in like a long format way, learn about his copy abilities, like step by step, kind of.
Yeah, you think about there was a time where it's like there wouldn't be a scene right where it's like Rika gets out of control and you have something like some of the teams like how Nezuko was out of control and
Mhm.
Charlie had to stop her. I want something like that. We didn't
But I mean,
really
you
get
have that with Yuji because you have Sukuna out here doing messed up shit.
true, but I mean, no, you got a point there,
Yeah.
but we didn't really. I wanted to see that in the movie though, at least, and
Yeah.
like be like, yo, let's see what the show is. He goes. I mean, yeah, we get it. He has a girl spirit around him, but like, there has to be a part where Yuta loses control. Which not that he does at the start of the movie. He does tell Rika to stop. Don't kill those guys at the beginning of the movie.
Hmm.
So in a way, he does. Maybe we have to think what I said.
What do you mean? Like,
Saying how like there really wasn't enough scenes where Utah really lost control.
oh yeah. And looking back, so if you want to read it, I don't really remember. I plan on rereading it just to see if they skipped out on anything. I wanted to do that this morning, but I got a little ahead of myself.
Yeah.
But I don't. They were pretty. They were incredibly faithful. That's what I was texting you about, or telling you about how it's such a good adaptation. They really did everything they could. Um, so I really liked how they kept it like very story driven and
It
stuff like
was.
that, and only added things that were completely necessary for the flow of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It
As far as really condensing the timeline, they didn't really have to do that too much.
No,
It's
they don't.
basically one volume, which is like 6, 7 chapters or whatever, maybe 8. So,
No,
yeah.
so now where do they go from here? Then we just gotta wait
Yeah, now
till
it's
2023.
a big, big waiting game, unfortunately. I actually rewatched season 1. I'm like, this is so good. Why can't it come back?
Yeah, and I gotta give shout out to my man Derek for letting me show me this anime because he was telling me to watch it. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So there it's definitely like in it's definitely part of the new anime generation. They're like one of the leaders right now.
Mhm.
They are.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Any more last things you want to say? Like I said, we both enjoyed the movie. You said
I
Yuta was a
think
cool ass character. We're gonna see a new Yuta, but not. When I say you want to read the manga, that's great. But like, we're not gonna see him in the anime for not anytime soon.
a very long time, unfortunately. Now, I think they will mention him.
Don't mention him, but they probably won't show him.
They will mention him a while from now. But yeah.
Oh, my God, more. So, yeah, because honestly, if they introduce some Susu and they'll Yuji and the crew when I get their shine,
Yeah.
they really have to build off the Yuji and the crew right now.
Yeah.
Not saying I don't like him, but like they need to.
Yeah. No, I mean Yuji and Megumi they're really dope. Now, the thing with Yuji is just, man, I don't know what the hell his fucking powers are, man.
They kept seeing
That dude can punch you really hard. Like that's like Black Flash, like ass whooping punch. Like that's really
ass whooping punch.
ass whooping punch. That's what that was.
Ass whooping punch.
That's the
Ass whooping
you got
punch.
that ass whooping
Soy.
punch. Yeah.
Soy. But
Yeah.
no, I said I'm excited to see you two again for the not for any time soon. But like I said, the only thing I can really build off right now is like getting to know about Geto and Gijo.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's because I said that's gonna be part of the season 2. What you like I said that can be a movie. Doesn't have to be episodes. It can be a
Yeah,
movie.
because I wanted to speed up. Now I wonder if they might do like they did with My Hero and just skip a bunch of stuff from the
What's up,
villain
stuff?
arc. The villain arc they skipped basically half the arc, and it pissed a lot of people off. But this next arc would be incredible. So I'm kind of hoping maybe they condense it to like 3 episodes or something.
I only hope for the best.
Yeah. Let's
All
see.
over the best. But yeah, no, man. Like I said, I haven't said a lot. Like I said, I don't think you have any much more to add. But Rob, I did want to appreciate you joining me today. I gotta get some food. I haven't ate yet.
Yeah, there you go.
We up to today, later tonight, and I got some
Uh, None much. I'm just gonna chill. Hope the stomach virus goes away.
okay. Well, like I said, if you want to play maybe Elden Ring later tonight, let me
Yeah,
know.
I'll let you know if I'll be able to
Yeah.
hop on there.
All right.
I've been telling all my buddies too. So I actually found out a bunch of my friends have it.
Oh shit.
My boy John, I went to the theater with. I was begging him to get it. I was actually with him last night.
begging him,
Yeah, and he
please.
was up till 4:30 a.m. playing. And he's just like, "I love this game."
I love this game. Even though I died a lot, I love
Yeah,
this game.
he does a lot.
Even though I died a lot, I love this game. But no, keep me posted on what you do tonight, and we'll
Yeah,
see what we'll do. But no, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in today. I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna hurry up. I gotta get some food. But like I said, like I said, this movie just came out. Let us know what you guys think. Definitely let us know in the comment section below. Give us this video a like. Be sure to share this video. Also listen to any other podcast device, audio podcasts like Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you guys get your podcast from. This video will be up on Instagram, but parts of it, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So you have to get on those platforms, to watch us on here. But no, like I said, I know I said this before, but before we get out of here, man, any takes you want to say before we head up out of here?
let's say start reading it. It's gonna be a long wait.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start reading this because I don't think I can wait till
yeah,
2023 for this anime to come back.
yeah. It's just It's sad,
I
but
feel as though it's almost like it's like Demon Slayer had to wait so long for a music train to come out.
yeah,
So it took almost like from 2 years or some shit.
yeah, you start like losing interest, you know.
You do.
But I will say it's a relatively it's not a super long read. There's only as of today there's 178 chapters, so it's not that bad.
It's not too bad.
It's
It's
not
not
too
too
bad.
bad. Okay.
It's a
Let me see
strong
what
weekend if you're really into it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Out of hope Pomeranian skills to the test then.
yeah.
Right. I would know, Rob, man. Thank you for joining me tonight. Everybody, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Like I said, we should like do all that stuff in this video, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all be safe out there. We'll see you. Now, listen, you can see us anywhere, podcast, gaming, all that stuff. I do. The next Nani topic I want to talk about is waste of character potential. Characters, so we're like, yes, this character can be something, and they're like, nah,
Add
we're
to his development.
yeah. And there's a couple characters like that I have in mind, so
Mm.
that would be a different story for a different day. Anyways, y'all take care. Y'all be safe. We'll see us in the next video, next podcast, so video podcast, anything in there. So yeah, take it easy, everybody.